Sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 27. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers. I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Burrow on third down. Slant pass to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action with Burrow.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at the 20. Play action. It's Burrow. Going up top. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. He'll check this down to Hines. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
On 2, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT. Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They hand it off to Mostert, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Burrow on play action. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And Burrow going to throw again.
He's going up top for Taylor.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Lance.
Flush to his right.
Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one.
As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they go play action now. Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This to Hines on the drop-off. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Now Burrow on 1st down. Finds Hines again for the completion. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. From the gun, it's Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down at 5. From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
Here's Burrow. Flush to his right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. On the return is Hines. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. They'll get this off to Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and it blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tied game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Throwing, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And Lance now to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So now it's fourth down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's complete right side to Benjamin.
And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Lance looking to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. To throw, it's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Cincinnati, it's a